Greetings, I am CrossKnights, and let's get this party started. This is Clash of the Titans. I'm feeling quite a bit better than I did yesterday. I'm still a little bit off, mainly in the voice area. But, yeah, for the most part, I'm good. And the heat in my house got turned back on, too, so they clearly realized that it needed to stop screwing with me before I sucker punched it. So, on to Clash. Day 12. Day 12 was dumb. Nothing happened. At least I just kind of want to get past it so I can go to all the carnage that was going to happen. So many towns had a lot of trouble meeting the attack tonight. A lot of people really had to struggle. This picture was taken extremely close to attack. You'll notice the tech town down by about 300. The Guardians are relatively... Yeah, they're down by a little bit, but, you know, they're in the safety range. I guess the Tamers in the safety range. The Scouts are not in the safety range at all. They look like they're about to be slaughtered into pieces. The Scavengers have a little bit to make up, but they'll probably be fine. Us, even we, look like we're a little bit down, but since we all have houses, we all have either 12 or 13 defense if we chose to get reinforcements. 30, I think it was like 130 was the max that could get in. Or maybe not, because we voted Pitt, so 100 could get in. But we would still be fine. But yeah, everyone has the potential to lose a few tonight. Even us. I mean, we'd have to get extremely, amazingly unlucky for that to happen, but it could happen. So I don't really care about Day 12. I mean, I have some screenshots I took. I probably shouldn't dismiss it entirely. Let's see what I got here. Here's our map. I went scavenging. I found an electronic component, but, you know, that's not all that great at this point. We found mines. That could really help us, because that is a 130 temporary defensive building. That's massive. Assuming we have the stuff for that. I don't even know what it takes. We got the weapons dump up, but, you know, we haven't dumped anything yet. But tomorrow, we might have to dump a few things tomorrow. Incidentally, I think the only thing that we'll ever have used the metal dump for was this 20 metal yesterday. I think beyond that, that's it. There was a lot of building, and I'm displaying the building path that we took yesterday right now. And that's pretty much it. That's all we did. We built, there's a few scavengers, we found one blueprint that ended up being mines, and we're not going to be able to build mines because we need the water purifier first. I guess the real interesting thing is, look at this massive attack! That's highly misleading because that was, I took that like the second the predictor was up. It's actually like, I don't know, 800 lower than that, than the maximum, but it's gonna be big tomorrow. So yeah, that's all that happened in Day 12. Everyone struggled to get their attack up, and that was kind of it as far as I know. But yeah, there's gonna be carnage tomorrow. So let me move on to Day 13 and show you all oh, but John, no one died. I'm disappointed. I was expecting blood. I didn't even mention that no one died yesterday, so that's 2 days in a row that no one have died. Maybe it's even 3 days. Might be 3 days in a row that no one has died. So, looks like all the weak have been siphoned off. Also, the strong that met with unfortunate camping incidences. Apparently 2 towns had cursed buildings. The Guardians had a cursed building that actually had their guard tower, so I understand where that was bored. And Digopolis also had a cursed building that killed 2 people. But camping's pretty much over, except for endgame camping. But really, 3 days, not even a stupid death. Come on, give me blood. More blood for the blood god! But this is the very beginning of Day 13. I'm actually going to wait a little bit longer to record. I just started right at the beginning, because I figured I'd be reporting on deaths, and there weren't any deaths. I think it'd be a little bit odd to report on what's going right now, except for the initial attack values that I see on towns. As you can see, it's the Tamers that kind of got the short end of the stick, along with the Survivalists as far as the attack goes. Both of us are going to have to make decisions about possibly getting the hell out of here. It looks like us Survivalists probably have it a little bit worse. Our minimum is vastly higher than their, well, I don't know how accurate their tower projection is quite yet. But, yeah, can we really make up 12s in defense? I don't know. And we'll see if today is the day that we need to camp. It would be interesting if Survivalists had to camp first. But I think even in that situation, we're probably okay. As long as we don't need to camp, like, 2 days before everyone else, we're good. See you in a bit. Alright, junior survivors and gamblers. You know, when your back is against the wall, when you're getting close to your last chip, sometimes you just gotta admit it. You gotta pick up the rest of your chips, push them through the center of the table, and go all or nothing. And that is what we are doing. We're going all or nothing. We are first taking all of our weapons that we're not going to need and dumping them for that extra defensed-in goodness. We are taking our defensive objects in kitas and putting them in houses for safe keeping. We're taking everything from the bank, everything that we want to keep, and putting it out in the desert. And then we're going to go to the bank and light that thing ablaze. At least I'm assuming that's how it works. I hope they don't mind that I am going to light it on fire afterwards. Once we do all that, even though it looks like we're really down and really screwed and there's no way we can make up this attack, at least that would be my experience in every other town besides this, we will be fine. Using my amazing mathematical brain, I've been able to calculate exactly how much defense we're supposed to gain. It might go up and down depending on whether a few other items are included that I didn't count, but once we do all or nothing, and vote pit, which we have to because there's nothing else, and if all of the defensive objects are put back into the bank in time, we will be absolutely fine. Even if we get the maximum attack, we'll only get 141 zombies in. So that is what the survivalists have done to beat this attack. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm sure it'll go off without a hitch. Without a hitch! We also completed drilling rig to get more water, I guess. I don't really know why. Which is actually kind of funny, because someone was actually pretty pissed off today that we almost completed it last night before all or nothing, but whatever. I don't know what's going on. Everything's fine. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed about the way that the people have figured out handle this. I mean, it was probably just simple math, but when I was looking at this attack, I was like, that's it. Camp in the day, there's no way in hell we're going to do this even with all or nothing, but I was not taking into account the weapons dump. An interesting fact, water guns can only be dumped if they have at least one shot in them, which is, I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's not really a weapon unless it has water in it, but also another interesting fact, the machine gun, the useless decoration item, can also be used as a weapon. I gotta wonder if that's ever going to be turned into a real weapon, because if you click on it, it says you need a box of bullets. Like, are we ever going to get that box of bullets? Because that weapon looks hilarious. I mean, based on the description, it seems like if there's someone else in the zone with you, you can accidentally shoot them. At least I'm hoping that's what the description means. I think that's it. Yeah, that's all I know. I'm assuming everything's going to go fine. I would show you the maps of all the other towns, but the maps really aren't important. The overall defense rating is important. 3.5 hours to attack, which means these numbers actually don't mean too much, do they? Because a lot can happen in 3.5 hours. I mean, look at our defense if you need any proof of that. I mean, it's interesting that the Tamers' gates are closed, but I don't know what else they're planning to do. The Tamers are potentially short like 500, so I don't know. But the workshop might save them, so I'm not that worried. And I don't know why I started with them, because they're in the middle. I gotta go in order here. Tech Town, they gotta do a little bit of something, but if they actually were diligent in upgrading houses today, they might be okay-ish. I know some people at hovels, so not everyone has a house, so they could see some deaths. The Inglorious Bastion, they are within being okay distance already, so not worried about them. Just did the Tamers out of order for some reason. Scouts, extremely worried about you guys, but I was really worried about you guys yesterday, and somehow you did something crazy and you made the attack, and I still have no idea what in hell you did. So we'll see if they're able to repeat that, or if they're like already in the desert and I don't know about it, because they are down by about 700 from the max, so that's too much. Even if you all have houses, that's too much, so. And the Scavengers, well, I should have hopped in meta chat to get information on these guys, but yeah, they're looking pretty far behind. That's about 600-ish. I don't know if that math is right, but yeah, they gotta do something. Upon inspecting their building list, they have no dumps. They have absolutely no dumps, so I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if they're just waiting to make a dump, but that can't be it, because they would need the free dump to do that, so yeah, don't know what you're up to, Scavengers. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow will be the day of blood, but just looking at these numbers, it looks like most of the towns are okay, or okay-ish, but we'll see if one or two sneak past the defenses. Probably not. Probably just, half of Clash will be terrorized. Okay, that is it. I am CrossKnights. Hope to see you all tomorrow. And the only card I need is the Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades. Good night. The only card I need, the Ace of Spades, the Ace of Spades. Bow, 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 bow.